While it is too early to be talking about presidential polling for the 2024 presidential race, it's also never too early to talk about polling for the 2024 presidential race. And according to a new poll that came out this past week from Emerson College, Donald Trump is beating both incumbent President Joe Biden and Democratic Senator Bernie Sanders in head-to-head matchups. Donald Trump leads Joe Biden 46 to 43% with a 2.9% margin of error. So even with that margin of error, Donald Trump would still have a 0.1% advantage over Joe Biden. With Bernie Sanders, it's even worse. Trump's beaten Bernie 45% to 40%. Now, of course, in both of these polls, if you'll notice, those numbers do not come anywhere close to adding up to 100. So you still have a double-digit percentage of American voters in both of these hypothetical matchups who say, I don't know which one of these two men I would pick. So it could easily swing very wildly one way or the other if the Democratic candidate, Bernie or Biden, were to take that double digit that's left over there. So yes, these things could change very easily. They will change repeatedly, continuously as we approach 2024. Technically, Trump hasn't even announced that he's running yet. Bernie is not going to run if Biden chooses to run again. So all of this could end up being totally moot. The problem is, and I know there's lots of people on the left who say it's too early to talk about these polls, it's stupid to do it because we know they're going to change. Yeah, we know they're going to change. But I don't think it's stupid to talk about them now because it tells us the state of the country right now. Ignoring these polls is what's stupid because that's ignoring what people are telling us. The Democratic Party needs to be laser focused on these polls. They need to understand that also in this poll, by the way, President Biden has a 40% approval rating, a 53% disapproval rating. So that's horribly underwater for the president. And they need to look at these numbers and figure out what the heck they can do to flip them before we get to 2024. Do you realize, folks, that 1 year from now, 1 year from like literally right now, we will be having Republican candidate debates for the 2024 Republican primary? Okay, we're 12 months away from the debates for the next presidential election, not the general debates, the primary debates. So that's a big deal, right? That's where we need to be focusing. We need to understand that once we get past the midterm, we are going to have Republican after Republican after Republican announce that I am running for president. They're going to be making their trips to Iowa and New Hampshire. They're going to be going all over the country. They're going to be on cable news. The 2024 presidential race will start the day after the 2022 midterms. These polls are important, and it shows that the Democratic Party is in deep trouble. Now, again, we've seen these polls showing that Biden is losing to Trump. We've had many of those already. That's not necessarily surprising. I think the more surprising thing to me is that Bernie Sanders loses by 5 points to Trump right now. And that shows that even the most popular senator in the United States, because he, goes with the Democrats, nobody that calls themselves a Democrat or works with the Democrats is safe right now. Because the public is turning against them because their lives are getting worse. That's a fact. Inflation is killing them. Greedflation is killing them even quicker. But because the Democrats are in charge, they get blamed for it, and they have to figure this out. Because if they don't, not only is 2022 going to be a bloodbath, but 2024 is going to see a Republican wave probably take over every branch of the United States government. And that is what makes this poll so incredibly terrifying.
This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.